Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal on this channel. We must continue to set the record straight, stop the lies, stop the narratives, stop them from rewriting the history. And in this video, man, I want to talk to all the fools out there that have been calling Kyrie Irving the most skilled basketball player in the history of the game. All you fools have been saying that, you guys have been exposed, man. And yes, I'm calling you guys fools because once again, it doesn't add up when people say these things. Why does everyone have to be the greatest of everything? Why can't they be one of the greatest, right? Why can't you say Kyrie Irving's one of the most skilled players of all time? Why does it have to be the most skilled, right? And they'll try to preface it by saying, yeah, on the offensive end, Kyrie Irving's one of the most skilled players. On the offensive end, right? They have to put that in there, on the offensive end. And I always laugh about this. Kyrie Irving, to me, is not the most skilled basketball player of all time on the offensive end. He's not the most skilled scorer of all time. He's not. The guy's a great scorer, man. No doubt about it, man. He's got a great creative game. Yeah, the footwork and the dribbling. Yeah, we get all of that, man. But we're going to talk about this video because this guy was exposed in the NBA Finals. Where was he in the Finals? Where was the most skilled offensive player of all time in the Finals? Where was he, guys? Yeah, all these people disappeared now with that most skilled of all time talk. You bunch of idiots. Let's on this video, man. You guys were exposed. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled by all support, man. It means a lot, guys, for real. Thank you to all you guys out there, man, for liking my videos, subscribing to my channel. Thank you, guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, this video goes out to all the fools out there. All the idiots out there that were pumping up Kyrie Irving as the most skilled player in NBA's history. Kyrie Irving, this guy is the greatest footwork of all. I don't even know what that means. I never heard that before growing up, not one time. Did I ever hear someone say, oh, this guy's got the greatest footwork of all time. This guy, the most skilled player of all time. This is a nonsensical statement that just started over the last several seasons, man, when people started trying to talk about these guys in this era are more skilled than the previous eras. Never heard this before in my life. These guys are all skilled. They're NBA basketball players. They have skills. It's the fundamentals that are lacking from these fools. And once again, I ask these people, what skills are we talking about here? Dribbling skills and shooting skills? Guys could shoot and dribble better back in the day. They were under stricter enforcement of the rules. So obviously they were more skilled back in those days. They had better fundamentals. I still don't get how the guys today are being called more skilled or have so much more skill, but the rules are being lax for them. They're not enforcing the rules. I'm telling you right now, if they're this skilled or they're that much more skilled, then the rules should be more strictly enforced for them. But that's not the case. They were more strictly enforced for the guys back in the 50s and the 60s than they were to the guys today. But that's neither here nor there. When we hear people in this Kyrie Irving thing, you guys have been exposed. Because where was all the offensive skills, all that footwork, all that shot making in the NBA Finals with Kyrie Irving? Where was it? And I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear about Luka Doncic. I don't want to hear about Kyrie Irving's teammates. I don't want to hear about the Boston Celtics defense. I don't want to hear about none of that stuff. Because once again, when you claim that someone is the most skilled at something, the greatest of all time at a specific trait or ability, then there can't be no excuses for that person. Either you're the most skilled player of all time or you're not. Once again, you're in the Michael Jordan territory when you talk about skills of all time. Michael Jordan territory. Guys like Kobe Bryant, some of the great scorers, some of the skilled players in the history of the NBA. Kyrie Irving, to me, he's not more skilled than these guys. When we talk about the all-time great scorers in NBA's history, is Kyrie Irving a greater scorer than a Jerry West? Is he? Where's the scoring for Kyrie Irving in the finals? How many times has Kyrie Irving led the league in scoring? Never mind the postseason and the finals. How many times has Kyrie Irving led the league in scoring? If he's that skilled of an offensive, I don't get how someone could be the most skilled offensive player in the history of the game, but never led the league in scoring, not even one time. Kyrie Irving's never even finished in the top 10 in scoring. Never in the top 10, guys. But he's the most skilled offensive scorer in NBA's history. Think about how that sounds. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. That is, once again, a narrative. Kyrie Irving is skilled, no doubt, But a lot of these guys are skilled, but they don't have the fundamentals. Kyrie Irving travels a lot. He carries the ball literally every time he dribbles. And I'm not knocking him. Those are the facts. Those are the facts, guys. So, once again, these guys are able to manipulate the ball and the rules in a manner you were never able to do before. So, really, how skilled are they? And even with all that manipulation of the rules, Kyrie Irving averaged 19 points a game in the NBA Finals. 19 points a game. The most skilled offensive player, some of these idiots will tell you on their YouTube channels, averaged 19 points a game in the Finals. And what will these idiots say? Oh, Kyrie Irving's going against a really good defense, man. Jaylen Brown and Tatum and this guy was all over him. Drew Holiday and this guy and White, and they were playing defense. Wait a second here. If you're the most skilled player of all time, the most skilled, I don't want to hear about defense, man. Because don't they always say great offense beats great defense? Those are the facts. I watched Michael Jordan do it his whole career. Michael Jordan was going against the Jordan rules, man, and was still averaging 35-plus points a game. Kyrie Irving ain't going against no special rules for him. Ain't no special rules for Kyrie Irving. The most skilled offensive player in the history of the game. The greatest footwork. Where was all the footwork in the Finals? Kyrie Irving, I watched some of those games. Not the whole game, but I watched some of the quarters, some of the halves, because the games weren't that entertaining. But I watched Kyrie Irving in some of these games, man. And what I noticed about Kyrie Irving, that I know a lot of you guys probably knows, and I've been noticed about him, and I've said this in past videos. A lot of the guys in this era do this. Let's say Luka Doncic is the point guard, right? He gets the ball inbounded to him. He comes down the court. He'll make a pass to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving will dribble some more. Not pass the ball to anybody and chuck up a shot. So literally the offense was one pass from Luka Doncic to Kyrie Irving, no pass after that, and a shot goes up. That's why I know him doing a lot. He does that a lot in his career. Now, if he's making the shots, that's great. But he wasn't making the shots like that in the NBA Finals. That was part of the problem. And why wasn't he making these shots? Because he was going against good defense? Okay, I'll buy that. Then how are you the most skilled player of all time then? It can't be both, guys. It can't be both. Once again, I've told you guys, the great offensive players. Think about Jerry West. He's going against the legendary Boston Celtics literally every single season. And yet the man was still averaging 30. It didn't make a difference. And why was that? Because the man was clutch, and the man always rose his level of play. He raised his level of play when it mattered most. And he was a great scorer. He could shoot the ball. He didn't have to dribble all over the place like Kyrie Irving. He didn't have this fancy footwork of Kyrie Irving. Oh, look at the moves of Jerry West was still more potent than Kyrie Irving ever will be. But no one will say that Jerry West is the most skilled basketball player of all time. They don't talk about Jerry West's footwork. Do they? No. Where was Kyrie Irving in the finals? Averaged 19 points a game in the finals. Michael Jordan would never do that. He would never. Never. 19 points a game in the finals as the number 2 guy when everyone keeps pumping you up as the most skilled player in the history of the game? You fools have been exposed. I want to see these videos explaining Kyrie Irving's 19 points a game on 41% shooting? Out there looking like Scottie Pippen. 19 points a game on 41% shooting. That's literally Scottie Pippen every year in the postseason. Every year. In the finals, Scottie Pippen, 19 points a game, 42% shooting. That's what Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, I believe, shot in the 20s from 3. But he's the most skilled offensive player. They'll tell you, oh, Kyrie Irving, he's a shot maker, man. He's a shot creator. No doubt, he could do all those things. Just not consistently at a high level. This is why he's never led the league in scoring. This is why he's never finished in the top 5 or top 10 in scoring. He's not consistent. So Kyrie Irving will drop 30 like he did in Game 4 and then come out in Game 5 and do nothing. Score 15 points, 20 points, whatever it was. Not impressed. Once again, the first, I believe, 3 games of the series, Kyrie Irving did like nothing. I think he scored 12 points in one of the games. 12 points. But you're the greatest offensive player, most skilled offensive player in the history of the game. Not buying it, guys. Exposed. All the people that were out there talking about Kyrie Irving's skills, his footwork, all these things, you guys have been exposed. Footwork don't mean a damn thing, man. Stop talking about footwork. These guys don't even know what footwork is. Is he Michael Jackson out there? Footwork? Are they doing a moonwalk out there? Are we dancing out here? Is this what we're doing? What is the footwork? What footwork we're talking about? Does Bill Russell have great footwork? He's pretty damn good. Whatever his feet were doing on the court was working. How about George Mikan's footwork? They have the fundamentals. The fundamentals. These guys today don't have the fundamentals, man. So Kyrie Irving does that. Dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble. Do all these crazy dribbling moves. Spin this way, spin that way. Do this, do that, and then chuck up a shot. And if he ain't making it, then what are you doing? And once again, I told you guys, all you Kyrie Irving lovers out there, man, and it's not tearing Kyrie Irving down. What are we doing here? We're putting things into perspective. We're setting the record straight here. I'm tired of people pumping this era up and pumping these guys up into these other realms. They're the most skilled, the greatest shooters, the greatest athletes, the greatest teams. Like, it's a bunch of nonsense, man. These guys are soft, and they're not the greatest of anything. So we think about the Kyrie Irving stuff, man. Like I said, I'm just getting tired of this stuff with everyone pumping these dudes up. And what I tell you guys about Kyrie Irving? And he was trying to do it. I gave him his props against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I said, where's all these skills for Kyrie Irving on the defensive end? That's what I want to know. Where are all the skills for Kyrie Irving on the defensive end? And I told you, he will not be able to sustain an offensive and a defensive presence. He won't be able to do it. See, a lot of these guys in this era, the Luka Doncic's, the James Hardens, right? A lot of these guys that are known as offensive guys, they're not known for two-way play. So what do? They lollygag on defense, they hide on defense, and they save their energy for the offensive end. So they can do all this dribbling, all this nonsense. And I say that's what Kyrie Irving does. And yeah, you can dribble all over the place and be fancy with the ball and do all this stuff if you don't have to play any defense. And he was attempting to play defense, and I gave him his props for that. But what happened, guys? It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't. So, in the finals, he didn't play no lockdown defense. He didn't do anything on defense. And his offense was trash. So he couldn't impact the game any other way. This is what I'm saying with these guys. Think about Luka Doncic. Was he able to impact the game on the defensive end? Was he able to impact the game doing anything but other scoring? No. The great players can impact the game in other ways, man. Right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't need to score. He could play that defense. He could be a rim protector. He could be a presence down there. Right? You think about some of the great players. Their leadership impacted winning. So it didn't have to be the on-court stats or the game on the court, but their leadership in the huddle, on the bench, in the locker room, their leadership galvanized their teammates. Right? It got the most out of them. Kyrie Irving don't got the leadership. Luka Doncic ain't got no leadership. He's out there whining and crying around. And Kyrie Irving, man, Kyrie Irving to me, he always came across as a guy who thinks he's smarter than everyone else. And I've said this a lot about people, man. I don't like people like that. I hate people that think that they know everything. I don't like people that are condescending. I don't like people that think they're better and they know more than you and me. And Kyrie Irving has always come across as a guy who thinks he's above everybody. He's smarter than everyone. That's how he comes across to me. When he was talking about the flat earth all those years ago, the things that he talked about during the COVID pandemic, when he was crying and moaning about a lot of this stuff, a lot of these things that he says, to me, it comes across a guy, he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he's smarter than everyone. You're not, Kyrie Irving. You're kind of stupid, dude. Not humbled at all. And that was part of his problem that he talked about. He needed to be humbled. So I hope this humbles him and all his fans out there that were talking reckless. All of you guys have been exposed. Anyone that's been pumping up Kyrie Irving as the most skilled offensive player or the most skilled player in NBA's history, the greatest footwork in NBA's history, that stuff means nothing. What did it do for Kyrie Irving in the finals? Where was it in the finals? He's a one-sided player, man. And once again, if he's not doing his thing on offense, then what is he doing? He didn't show up. Once again, in his own head, too worried about the Boston Celtics fans. He didn't raise his level of play. He didn't shut those people up. They were chanting at him in Boston, mocking him, and he could do nothing. Nothing out there. But he's going to come to the post-game press conference wearing a goofy earring. Come on, man. Guy always trying to make a statement. You ever notice Kyrie Irving? Everything with Kyrie Irving is a statement. Every time he goes to a post-game press conference, everything is about some kind of social or political statement, man. You guys are a joke, man. These guys are clowns. They don't even know anything about social, political stuff, but they want to talk and be social and political. Kyrie Irving, dude, you're an idiot, man. Just stop. These guys are not smart, man. And you've been exposed out here, man. Stop thinking you're smarter than everybody else, man. Stop trying to, be smart. That's why I'm with him and Steve Nash, right? He thought he was smarter than Steve Nash. He thought he was better than Steve Nash. He was clowning Steve Nash. Steve Nash is true legend, man. Kyrie Irving would never sniff an MVP award. But he'll say that Steve Nash need to give those awards away. He didn't deserve them. He's a joke, Kyrie Irving, man. And he got exposed in the finals as not being the most skilled player of all time, man. Where were those skills at? Couldn't do it, right? Oh, he's going against this team, going against that team. If you're that great offensively, there should be no excuses. The man couldn't even average 20 points a game. Not even 20 points a game. The dude averaged 19 points a game on 40% shooting. That's the most skilled offensive player in NBA's history, guys. Think about that. You guys are a bunch of idiots, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.